Behind every closed door there's a story the world never hears. A parent missing a child missing a parent. This is a place for the silence to be heard. My name is Kaycee, and this is the silent parent.
There's a word most people have never heard for something that happens quietly inside a child. When a child is trapped between two people they love, and the conflict becomes too much to hold, the mind does something to survive. It splits the world in two. A child cannot carry a war inside their chest, so the mind makes it simple just to find some rest. One parent the safe one parent the blame. Good over here, bad over there, it numbs the pain. It isn't a lie, and it isn't them being cruel. It's a frightened little heart obeying a brutal rule. Split in two, split in two. It's what a frightened child will do. Loving both became a danger, and nobody asked them who. Split in two, split in two. They only saw the quiet, they never saw the child come undone. It happens in stages. First the body breaks. It starts in the body before the words. One day a whole and happy family. The next, a knock at the door and a parent is gone. No warning, no goodbye. And a small child cannot understand why the arms that held them yesterday are suddenly, simply gone. So the body screams what the mouth cannot. Hair pulled out by tiny fists, a forehead against the wall. Again, again, screaming with no words, only pressure. They call it bad behavior. It is a nervous system drowning. Then, the retreat. The screaming runs out of road and turns inward. The loud child goes quiet. The door that always flew open stays shut. The grown-ups call it settled and stop looking. Then, the split. The hard line is drawn. One parent kept, one parent cut away. Good here, bad there. A clean line straight through the chest. The survival amputation. And last, a fracture, because you cannot cut away half of where you come from without losing part of who you are. Half a story, redacted. Half a mirror, fogged. And here's the cruel part, the thing that's hard to face. A child this shut down can look like they're at peace. The tantrums stop, they're doing fine, they're coping well. while quietly inside there's a private kind of hell. The calm that adults take as proof the storm has passed is sometimes just a child who learned the storm won't last. Split in two, split in two. It's what a frightened child will do. Loving both became a danger, and nobody asked them who. Split in two, split in two. They only saw the quiet, they never saw the child come undone. Talk to enough of us, and you hear the same story. A knock at the door, an allegation, a parent removed that day. Sometimes that caution saves a life, and that matters more than anything. Sometimes it leads nowhere. No charge, no further action, no safeguarding concern on any file. And still the answer is the same. Go to court if you want to see your child. But court takes months, and in those months the bond is already breaking by the time anyone looks. The child has chosen a side. They were never meant to choose. And no UK data is even published on how many cleared parents are removed and never helped to return. So here is the question no one will answer. Where there is no danger, no finding, no risk at all, who is accountable for the harm of keeping a cleared and loving parent away? Who measures it? Who answers for it? Nobody. And that silence is the scandal. Protect the child in real danger. Always first without question. That is never in doubt. But safeguarding is a word that can be stretched. It can be used to act, and it can be used to do nothing. To file a cleared parent under too difficult. To call a child's loss an acceptable price. And because no one measures the harm of getting it wrong, the easy choice and the safe-sounding choice are always the same choice. A child kept from a danger that is protection. A child kept from a cleared and loving parent that is not. And nobody is made to tell the two apart. So protect the child who is truly afraid, that comes before everything every time. But see the child who is only surviving, who split themselves to cope with the crime of being made to choose. A child should never have to choose. A child should be allowed to love them both, and never made to lose. Split in two, but they can heal. When someone finally sees what's real. When someone asks the child why, and waits and listens and stays close by. Split in two, split in two. It was never theirs to do. Let them love who they love. let the love come through. A child is not a battlefield. A child is not a verdict or a side. So look closer at the quiet ones. Ask the gentle question no one asked, and answer the one they keep avoiding, where there was never any danger. Who will help a child love both again? Because behind the calm is a child holding two halves of their heart, hoping someone will help them put it back together.
If some of these words echo a part of your own journey, know this: you are not alone. Subscribe to The Silent Parent, leave a comment and share your story. Because no parent and no child should ever have to carry this kind of grief alone. My name is Kaycee, and this is The Silent Parent.